Hello friends, in this video we will look into the Scorpio Ascendant personality. We will look into how we can analyze the physical and behavioral traits and recognize a Scorpio Ascendant. So let's get started. So these are the contents of this video. We'll look into the introduction and general traits and life approach of a Scorpio Ascendant, and then we will look into the key characteristics, key physical traits and body language of a Scorpio Ascendant person. And then we will look into the behavioral patterns, how they behave in social settings, in relationships, in professional settings, in daily life, in conflict. And then we will look into a practical example of Scorpio Ascendant. And finally, we will look into the limitation and context and conclude the video. So, introduction to Scorpio Ascendant. In Vedic astrology or in Western astrology as well, Scorpio Ascendant or Vrishchika Lagna, that's called in Sanskrit Vrishchika Lagna. That means that Scorpio sign or the Vrishchika Rasi was rising on the eastern horizon at the time of birth. Scorpio sign is ruled by Mars, also called Mangala in Sanskrit, the Mangala Graha or Mars planet, and also it's ruled by Ketu, brings intensity, passion, and deeply transformative nature. So the Scorpio Ascendant has the influence of Mars and Ketu. Mars adds courage, energy, and drive for action. Ketu brings spiritual depth, mystery, and a tendency to introspect deeply. So Scorpio Ascendants are known for their resilience, emotional depth, and investigative mind. Scorpio Ascendants are often drawn to intense or transformational fields such as psychology, medicine, detective work, or any area that involves deep research or transformation. So this image over here is of Scorpio Ascendant. The number 8 is the 8th sign, that is Scorpio sign. So this is the first house. So whenever in the first house there is the 8th sign, that is the Scorpio sign, then that means that this ascendant is a Scorpio Ascendant. So the ruler is Mars, and then the second house of a Scorpio Ascendant will be the 9th sign, that is Sagittarius, ruler Jupiter. The third house will be the 10th sign, that is Capricorn, ruler Saturn, and similarly it goes on. General traits and life approach of Scorpio Ascendant. Scorpio Ascendants approach life with a deep sense of intensity, mystery, and transformation. They are often seen as mysterious or private individuals, they preferring to keep their personal life guarded. So they are kind of secretive, and they are highly driven by passion, and they seek to understand the hidden or underlying forces at work in the world around them. Key characteristics of Scorpio Ascendant. It's ruled by Mars, so it brings intensity, passion, and desire for transformation. They have a private and mysterious personality. They often keep personal matters hidden and values privacy. They are emotionally resilient. They can endure hardships and emerge stronger. They have a transformative nature. They have a strong desire to evolve and rise from challenges. They are determined and focused. Once they commit, they follow through intensity. They are intuitive and perceptive. They are sensitive to underlying emotions and motivations in others. And they have a powerful presence. They often have a magnetic presence. Key physical traits of Scorpio Ascendant. They have piercing eyes, intense and penetrating gaze. They have a strong facial feature, defined cheekbones or prominent nose and sharp jawline. They have a dark or rich complexion. They often with a deeper skin tone and enhanced by Mars influence. They have a powerful posture, upright, confident, and commanding. They have a magnetic aura, a presence that draws people in without effort. They have expressive hands. Their hands may be used dramatically or purposefully when speaking. So this image is an example of a Scorpio Ascendant person. Body language of Scorpio Ascendants. They have intense and focused movements. Every action is deliberate and purposeful. They have a piercing gaze, eyes often locked with others during conversation, creating a strong impact. They have confident posture. They stand tall, exuding power and control. They have a controlled gestures, minimal but impactful hand gestures. And they have a reserved body language. They keep personal space and can appear closed off at times. Now let's look into the behavioral patterns of a Scorpio Ascendant. like how they behave in different settings. So in social settings, they are magnetic and alluring. They attract attention naturally, even without trying. They are reserved. They keep a low profile in large groups, but commands attention in one-to-one settings. So it depends upon the group settings, whether it's a large group or one-to-one settings, one-on-one settings. So in large group, they are low key, but in one-on-one, they are commanding. And they are private. They often avoid sharing personal details and maintain a sense of mystery or secrecy. In relationship, they are intense and loyal. They are deeply committed once they trust, and they can be possessive. They are protective. They want to shield loved ones from harm, sometimes overly so. They are passionate and transformative. Relationships are a path of deep emotional evolution for them. And they are private and guarded. They keep emotional vulnerabilities hidden unless fully trusted. So they do not share their emotion easily with others. In professional settings, they are driven and ambitious, a fierce desire to succeed and rise to the top. They are strategic. They think several steps ahead, excelling in competitive environments, and they are leader by force or will. They inspire through sheer determination and vision. They prefer control. They like to be in charge and often take the lead in projects or teams. In daily life, they are introspective and thoughtful, often reflecting on the deeper aspects of life. They embrace challenges. They find fulfillment in overcoming difficulties, and they are protective of personal space. They guard privacy and prefer solitude or intimate gatherings. If it's a gathering, then they would prefer an intimate gathering. Otherwise, they prefer solitude. In conflict, they are assertive and defiant. They will not back down easily, and they will fight for what they believe. They have emotional depth. They tend to confront emotional issues head on. They can be intense in disagreements. They are secretive. They may keep their true feelings hidden in times of conflict, and they prefer to analyze rather than express immediately. And they are resilient. They can rise from conflict stronger, learning from their experience. So, practical example of Scorpio Ascendant person, you can recognize a Scorpio Rising if you see the following characteristics, like someone who exudes quite confidence with a strong and intense gaze. They likely keep to themselves but are deeply passionate about their interest and relationships. Their presence is magnetic. They have a commanding attention without needing to speak much, but they are kind of secretive. So based on these characteristics, like if you find these characteristics in a single person, then you could guess that that person is a Scorpio Ascendant person. There are limitation and context. So there are always limitation and context while analyzing any ascendant along with this Scorpio Ascendant. So recognizing a Scorpio Ascendant may be tricky because there are different factors that could influence the personality of the Scorpio Ascendants. For example, planetary aspects. So if the first house or the first house ruler Mars is influenced by other planets, by influence I mean whether the other planet is present in the first house, or whether the other planet is aspecting the first house, or the other planet is aspecting the first house ruler Mars, or the other planet is with the first house ruler Mars. So that means that the other planet is influencing the first house or the first house ruler Mars. So in that case, for example, if there is an influence of Moon, then that can add a softer emotional side in the Scorpio Ascendant personality. And if there is an influence of Venus, then that may create a balance between intensity and charm. So they could be intense with the characteristics of Mars, but there is an influence of Venus as well. So it will make them more charming as well. So based on the planetary aspects or influence, the personality of the Scorpio Ascendant could be a bit different. And then there is the nakshatra influence. So each zodiac sign falls in 3 nakshatras. So there are 3 nakshatras in every zodiac sign. So in Scorpio sign, there are 3 nakshatras that are Vishaka, Anuradha, and Jyeshtha. So these nakshatras bring their own flavors or characters to the personality of the Scorpio Ascendants. For example, Visakha Nakshatra brings ambition and intensity, and if the ascendant falls in Anuradha Nakshatra, then it will enhance loyalty and compassion. And if the Scorpio Ascendant falls in Jyeshtha Nakshatra, then it will enhance the intelligence and leadership quality of the Scorpio Ascendants. And then there is always the social and cultural factors that could affect the personality. Scorpio rising may behave differently depending on the cultural or environmental influences. For example, in a society that values emotional expression, a Scorpio Ascendant might push against these norms, expressing their emotions more intensely, while in a reserved setting, they may keep their feelings more internalized. So in conclusion, Scorpio Ascendants are marked by their intensity, determination, and resilience. With their piercing gaze, powerful presence, and ability to transform themselves and others, they stand out in any crowd. So if you see these kind of characteristics or traits in any person, then we could guess that could give us a clue that this person is of Scorpio Ascendant. However, we should always finalize that by looking at the birth chart. So that's all for this video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you found it helpful, please like the video. Please comment with your feedbacks or questions. Please share the video if you like it. And also please subscribe to the channel so that it gives me more motivation to create more videos like this. Thank you.